Let me come a bit closer and you can see I've slightly run into Pompadour, and it's not actually that dissimilar. My lips are really dry at the moment, as if they knew that I was going to be filming a video about lips today. So we're going to start at the very beginning of my collection, and the first lipstick that I bought was when she brought out her very first range of velvets, and they were all reds of different hues or different tones, and the one I chose was Velvet Ribbon because it's a classic neutral cool red. Now I've pared my makeup right down, so I've actually only got foundation, concealer, a little bit of colour corrector, a little bit of illuminator and a little bit of cream blush, and that's it. Because, oh, I forgot about eyeliner, sorry, I've got eyeliner and eyebrows and mascara, but I wanted to keep my complexion very simple and not too fussy on the eyes, because this is all about the lips anyway, but also because watching both Lisa's video from 12 years ago, where she did a video on how to wear red lipsticks, and dark red lipsticks in fact, and also Caroline Barnes's video from 3 years ago, both of them say to keep your complexion pretty straightforward. Caroline is very adamant in her video that you mustn't look at all powdery, although to be honest, I'm not sure any of us want to look powdery when we're over 60. And it made me think of Belle in Gone with the Wind, who does have quite a powdery look about her, but she also has beautiful red lips, and I think she looks absolutely stunning, and she's an incredibly warm character in the film. So that's the look I've gone for, as neutral and as pared back as I possibly can be to enhance the lipsticks that we're going to try. So let's crack on with Velvet Ribbon. So of course it comes in the beautiful case that Lisa is famous for. All her lipsticks come like this except for the glosses. Let me show it to you in the bullet first. This is the colour, and in the inserts you'll see what the models look like with the colour on. So let me swatch it for you. I'm going to swatch them on my hand. I think I'm going to put 3 on one and 4 on the other. So let me swatch it for you here. Obviously my hands are browner than my face. But that is Velvet Ribbon. Now actually when I look at it on the screen it looks kind of orangey, but it really isn't. It is much cooler than it looks on my hand, and perhaps you'll see that better on my lips. I must just mention my lips are really dry at the moment. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on. It's as if they knew that I was going to be filming a video about lips today and they purposely decided to be dry. I don't know. Anyway, let's pop it on. Now again, as I look at it, it does look more orangey on the screen, but actually when I look at it in my mirror, it looks bluer. So there you go. It is incredibly difficult to choose lipstick from an online retailer. It really does pay if you can go into a store, but of course Lisa only has pop-ups now and again. Let me come a bit closer and you can see. Now I think that's a beautiful colour, and actually I'm going to blot it because I think it does need a bit of blotting. So this is a matte, and 5 of the lipsticks I'm going to show you today are mattes and 2 are not. So there, I've blotted it now, so it looks slightly less strong, because that's my worry when I wear red lipstick, is it going to look too much in your face, especially at my age with my mature skin. So what do we think? Do you think it suits me? I do like it. And I like the sort of Paloma Picasso idea of wearing just a dark eye and a very strong lip. So that's the Velvet Ribbon. So the next lipstick I bought in 2019 was Velvet Muse. Now Lisa says this is a smoky rosewood shade, which is a perfect mix of pinky brown and dirty rose, which she says is super wearable across a variety of skin tones. So this is the bullet. Let me swatch it for you. And you can see instantly, I think, that it does look quite sort of like a smoky rose, I would say. I think that's quite an accurate description. I don't know about dirty rose exactly, but it's got that warmth, but that sort of pinky hue as well. It's very pretty. There's the bullet next to it. And now let me put it on. They are such fantastic lipsticks. They feel so creamy, so creamy. Now let me show you. Here's the bullet, and I think that's fairly accurate. And here is the swatch. I think that's pretty good. When I first got it, I thought it might be too warm for me, but I think it works really well. But I do think this is a beautiful, beautiful lipstick, and this is very much more of an everyday lipstick. This is one that, in fact, this is my second one. I bought the first one in 2019, and this is my second one, which I bought earlier this year. So I do really love this shade, and I think it's very, very wearable. So there you have it. That is Velvet Muse. Right, now we're on to Velvet Beauty, and I actually have two Velvet Beauties. One is at work and one is at home, and stupidly, the one I've got at home is the one with the broken bullet. So I think I got this first, and I think my husband very sweetly bought me another one, not knowing that I'd already bought this one. But anyway, so we'll be very careful with it, but that is it. I'm just going to hold it because I don't want it to fall out. So that's the colour there, and of course I will swatch it as well. It is a beautiful pink. According to the website, it's a vibrant light pink shade, and it does actually look quite light on all the models, I think. It does have blue undertones, and she describes it as a lipstick that Jean Seberg might have worn in A Bout de Souffle, that French film that she was in many years ago in the 60s. Now, the film's actually in black and white, so of course you can't see what she is wearing, but it's got that, as she says, ingenue, gamine, kind of 60s elfin look, which would seem appropriate for this lipstick. However, I'm a mature woman over 60. I'm not a gamine, although I suppose my shape is slightly gamine-ish because I'm small-boned. But nevertheless, I'm not a gamine, but I still really like this lipstick. So let me swatch it for you. Just be very careful here. So there it is. That's it there. And here's the bullet. And now let me apply it very carefully without breaking it any further. Of course, I'm not going to get quite the same effect. Let me just see if I can. It couldn't feel more creamier, I must say. It really does. So there it is. There you've got the, let me just swatch a bigger bit. So that is Velvet Beauty. Now we come to number 4, and this is Velvet Blush. Now this colour is quite dark. That's it there. Lisa says it's a deep berry pink inspired by the flushed hues of the painters Fragonard, Watteau and Boucher. A sensual boudoir shade with muted, cool undertones. Well, I'll tell you what, when I took it out of the bullet, I thought, this is going to be much too strong. But let me just show you. And that's it there. It doesn't look mega strong on my hand, but as you will see, it is quite strong. I mean, obviously I put quite a lot on there, so let me blot a bit off. But you can see what I mean. It's quite a strong colour. It's a bit slightly Morticia Adams or Cruella de Vil or something. But actually, as she says herself, if you put it on with your finger, it's more of a stain, and it doesn't need to be that strong. Now, I think what I would do in this instance, and what I have done, is I would get a lip pencil that's lighter than this lipstick and colour it in a bit to make it a bit less strong. So let's just do that. I'm actually going to take this lip pencil from these Eldridge, which I bought, which goes with the lipstick I'm going to show a bit later. But let's just do that and see how it works. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. We've made it a bit pinkier, haven't we? Yeah, I think that looks much better actually. So there you go. I've put I think it's I've put the Pompadour colour, the Velvet Pompadour pencil over the top of the blush. So that is Velvet Blush. So the final velvet lipstick that I've got, which is my most recent purchase, is Velvet Pompadour, which Lisa says was inspired by Madame de Pompadour, who I believe was the mistress of Louis the 16th, was it? Or was it the 14th? I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the Louis. And she said it is sort of worthy of the gossipy corridors of the Palace of Versailles where Madame de Pompadour and her acolytes hung out. So this is it. And I must say, I have been wearing it a lot. I've only had it since, well, when did it come out? November. I've only had it a month, maybe slightly less. And I have worn it quite a lot. As you can see, the bullet is quite worn down already. So let me swatch it for you. And here it is. That's it there. So it is quite a pinky colour again. It's slightly warmer again than I would normally choose, but I think it looks lovely, and let me apply it for you. Yes, it's got a sort of, it's slightly, I would say it's a slightly warmer version of Velvet Beauty, because they're not that dissimilar in terms of their palositude. No, that's not a word at all, is it? Now, shall we try it with the pencil? So let me go back to the pencil. So this is the official pencil for Pompadour. Just to show you. Yeah, I think that's a really, really lovely colour. It's definitely the colour I'm enjoying wearing most at the moment. So that's Velvet Pompadour. It's this colour here. So we've got 2 more to go. Neither of them are velvets, and the first one is Gloss Embrace in Muse. Now, I did buy a Gloss Embrace about a year ago, but I bought the wrong shade. I bought Muse, which funnily enough didn't suit me at all, whereas this one, which is blush, suits me much better. So I will swatch it for you. I'm just going to swatch it here, actually. And there you can see it's a beautiful pink, and I think it's sort of My Lips But Better. That's how I see it. Hi. Now, what I really love about this is not only is it My Lips But Better, but it's got some really great ingredients in it. I'll list everything down below for you, but it's actually got properties in it that are actives that help your lips to keep soft and supple, which is really nice. And finally, we're going to end with Sunday Matinee. Now, this I bought back in the summer. This is a demi matte. It's called Luxuriously Lucent, I think is the range. And this is the colour here. Now, she talks about it being a sort of Sunday lying on the sofa type lipstick. I'm not sure I'd wear a lipstick lying on the sofa watching telly on a Sunday afternoon, but I kind of know what she means. It's just a sort of slap on and relax kind of lipstick. Although I have to say I love it, and I wore it a lot in the summer. So let me swatch it for you here. Oh, sorry, I've slightly run into... Actually, that's interesting. I've slightly run into Pompadour, and it's not actually that dissimilar. So we've got Pompadour here and Sunday Matinee there. Interesting. Anyway, let me pop it on. I absolutely love this. It is slightly warm, but not too warm. And again, I think it suits my skin. It's funny, in the bullets, actually, they look very different. So this is Velvet Pompadour and this is Sunday Matinee. But on my hand and even on my face, I think they look a little bit similar. And I'm really pleased I bought it, because I do think it's a very wearable, easy to pop on lipstick without worrying too much about what you're going to wear with it. So there you have it. Those are my 7 Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. And do let me know in the comments below, have you got any of these Lisa Eldridge lipsticks? Do you like them? Which ones are your favourites? They're definitely my go-to lipsticks when I'm not looking for a liquid lipstick. The only one that I do not reach for as much is the Velvet Ribbon, and I really should make more of an effort. It's just that I am a little bit concerned about wearing a very strong red, particularly when I know it's going to come off during the day. So it's something that I think you have to be mindful of and just keep checking it, which of course most of us don't do, but it is a beautiful, beautiful red. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're doing really well, and look after yourselves, and I'll look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.